Hello everybody, my name is Rin and today we're gonna talk about the scrunch that is art critiquing on the internet. But first, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. We hit 5k little blind moles. If you don't know, I call my followers little blind moles because as artists, when you look at the piece of paper, it's like you've never fucking seen whatever the fuck you wanted to draw. That and like some trauma that I have from when I was young. Watch the video, it's a video about that if you're interested. But there's 5k of us now. It's a legion. I'm a bit gagged by the whole situation. I'm very humble. Thank you so much for being here. Also, this is the first time that I'm showing my face here on YouTube. Hi, how you doing? This is me. You're looking lovely today. Also, this is a very different type of video than what I usually make, which is kind of story times or tutorials. This is not a type of video that I'll probably keep making. I don't know. It depends on the response, I guess. So art critiquing over the internet is hardly a new genre. It's been done by multiple creators. And today I'm going to talk about how it's fucking stupid. And y'all should stop doing it. And y'all should stop submitting your shit to be critiqued over the internet. So the individual who's gotten me in the need to speak about it is called Kenton Scott or Kenton C. Scott. By his username on TikTok. And what Kenton does is he gets requests from his followers to critique their art. He gets a small little description of what they would like to improve upon, what they don't like, what they like, maybe like a little tiny bit from the person that's requesting the critique. And then he proceeds to ignore it and address 10 other things. As they fucking do. He does not go after random people critiquing their art. People are submitting it to him through Instagram or through Gumroad. You can pay like $10, I think, to get at the top of his list. It's not like completely heartless to go after random people. But still, I still feel like the whole practice is stupid. After a small attention-grabbing insult, he will analyze the piece, talk about what he feels like is not working, and then he'll proceed to draw over the fucking thing. I cannot express enough how much I despise bitches drawing over other bitches' art. Art is such a personal thing. Even if you've done it while taking a shit and the art has no meaning, no other bitch has any business drawing over your shit. But that's just me pointing out stuff that's maybe not working from a technical standpoint. Yeah, maybe, sure. But the person that's doing the pointing has to know where you're trying to get at. It's really hard to stop assuming that everyone is trying to get where you're at. Because it's fucking great. Look at all the fucking shiny shit that I'm drawing. It's great. How could you not want to get to my art style? Yeah, of course you fucking think that it's your art style. But that's not what a teacher does. If you're gonna teach someone, you better make sure that you can share your own technical understanding without bringing your own bias over what's pretty and what's not. It's really easy to fuck up, as this dude is so well obviously demonstrating. Now, you could be making the argument that he's just helping, he's just trying to help. You know, even if he's talking about stuff that the person didn't ask about, he's just doing them a service. Like, it's good that he's doing more. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because critiques over the internet, the way that it's usually done and the way that it's done here with the dude drawing over someone else's shit is rarely actually helpful because there is no conversation being had. You cannot improve over a piece if you don't know where the person is trying to get at. Because art is subjective. This dude is improving the pieces in the trajectory that he wants to take. This dude specifically takes no measures to preserve the actual art style. He warps it into these weird caricatures that neither resemble the original art style nor his actual art style. One thing about my boy Kenton is that he does not fuck with stylized art styles. He will constantly try to realismify other people's drawings. He does not fuck with any sort of anime art style. That's his nemesis. The thing is, stylized art styles are okay. They are fine. This is what the person is trying to do. If your style is realism, again, you should not assume that everyone is trying to do realism. I would describe his own style as some does art, but realistic. Some does arts, some does arts. I'm sorry, I'm really out of the loop with my own community, but it's a critique. You are not supposed to change the essence of the artwork, right? Maybe impart your own understanding of the technical bits, but don't change the art style. Don't change the, I don't know, the fucking features of the face. One thing that he constantly does is that he takes eyes that are tilted downwards and he tilts them upwards. Which, prof, that's not nice. That's not good. Also, something that I've noticed is that he will take stoic or sad-looking characters and he makes them do a little smile. Which again, don't be changing shit. Stop it. If a motherfucker wants to draw a sad bitch, let the bitch be sad. Sometimes bitches be sad. So this is the first video that got Kenton into my attention.
How can we make this drawing less in need of criticism? This drawing comes to us by way of Marley, Heart Emoticon, who says that she is sort of stuck on how to improve and that her art needs some criticism.
So again, as I said, the follower that wants their art to be critiqued writes a little line explaining what they want to improve, but they don't know how. In this instance,
okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and deconstruct this face, and we're gonna end up somewhere around here. So far, so good. Now we're gonna go ahead and draw that eye line. If we assume that our nose should be about halfway between the eyes and the chin, and the mouth halfway again, we'll see that the lower two facial features are quite low. Not only that, but the eyes are a little bit too close together. If we trace a line up from the corner of each nostril, it should hit the inside of the eye. We can see it hits the inner eye as opposed to this outer edge. If we trace a line up from the corner of each nostril, it should hit the inside of the eye. We can see it hits the inner eye as opposed to this outer edge. Alright, so here I've normalized the facial features just a little bit while maintaining that unique facial structure.
Are we looking at the same fucking facial structure? That's a different bitch. That's a Sam Does Arts bitch. No hate to Sam Does Arts, I don't really watch his shit.
I've also introduced a positive canthal tilt, and the next thing I want to do is just tone down some of this detail around the eyes. This drawing is really drawn in what is a fairly simplistic style that I do not think warrants so many highlights and deep shadows around the eyes.
I do not agree with that.
If you do want to create the effect that she is tired, let's go ahead and use some eye bags on the outside of the eye as opposed to the inside.
The white madness is showing. That is something called agiosal. Lower eyelids, it is not eye bags.
Next, I'm going to show the body a little more love. When you have a drawing that's so smooth and rhythmic like this, it's a real shame to let the lines on the body be so harsh.
I'm very conflicted about that last part because I feel like messiness is nice. Me personally, I like messiness. I don't know. I like messiness. It doesn't have to always be super smooth and shit. I don't know. I like a bit of grunge on my shit. I don't know. The one video that really grinds my shit though is this one.
How can we improve this drawing? This drawing was submitted through Gumroad and comes to us by way of Pi, who wants to improve her designs artistically rather than fashionably.
He completely changes everything about the character. Completely.
Alright, let's see about applying some of these changes. Let's also be a little bit more deliberate with the silhouette of our snakes.
He makes the bitch blonde. He detransitions them.
Feel free to reintroduce some of the details that you had before, such as the mask, and maybe even some little wings back there, I can't quite tell.
He transgenderly get down the street no more. 2023, you gonna do that? You got the balls, you got the cojones though. I guess you got the cojones. Where are the puff sleeves, my guy? I love the puff sleeves. I love the outfit, honestly. I really like the original drawing. Maybe, yeah, a couple of highlights and stuff could have made the hair pop out more. You don't have to make it blonde. I really don't fuck with this. And also sometimes he makes them worse.
Alright, so despite the style being a little bit different anatomically speaking, this should be the right direction to go. Let's go ahead and check the before versus after.
The only thing that you should have changed there is the nose being a bit lower, I think. And that's it. Oh, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's really, really painfully obvious that he does not give any sort of shit about the initial art that he's drawing over. He constantly misses features that are really, really easy to spot if you're actually looking at the art for about 10 seconds. I don't know if it's an intentional thing that he just doesn't like something and he takes it out, or if he just doesn't notice it, he's not like paying attention. But either way, it just shows how disrespectful he is towards the fucking art. Because like, yeah, transition marks under the boobies, yeah, no, take that out. None of that transsexual shit. A good critique is done from a place of respect for the initial art, which this dude has as much of as I have hope for my future. The need for a feedback loop is painfully apparent as Kenton fixes art into complete distortion.
Before versus after.
He messes up the vibes. He messes up the expressions. Always tries to get shit to his standard of prettiness, which is not what the person is asking you to do. That's kind of my 2 cents about this situation. I'm only speaking about this because I feel like most of the people who are sending in their art are pretty impressionable. I feel like art should evolve in the way that you want it to evolve, you know? Obviously, criticism and feedback from others can be helpful, but if you're not really secure in what you are trying to do with your art, I feel like it's better to figure that out before you ask someone else's advice. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, this is not really my usual content. I just felt that it's an important message to send out. Just do your own shit and don't take advice over the internet. There is no way for him to know what the person is actually trying to do, and he doesn't seem to fucking care. However, this is not a call to action. I do not want you to go harassing Kenton. I feel like his intentions may be good, and I feel like he is actually thinking that he's helping people, and some people may have been helped by him. So I don't want you to go harassing him. Chill. I'm just trying to make you aware of the fact that critiquing over the internet rarely actually gives you good results. The purpose of this video is just to kind of cultivate critical thinking about the shit that you're seeing on the internet, okay? Also, he actually has some good advice sometimes, and he stays on track. His advice about values is actually usually pretty good, pretty spot on. So I'm not questioning his own technical skills. I'm just saying that he does not really know how to impart them to others without bringing his own biases. And again, this is not something that you can do on the internet when you have a single line of dialogue from someone else, you know? Like, bruh, this made me fucking tired. This made me mad and tired. That's it, I guess. Bye. It's nice to see you.